Hi and welcome. I'm Chris Principe from Financial IT, coming to you here from Money 2020, one of the really unique and wonderful events that we get to do every year. And every year it's here in Las Vegas. And I'm here, I want to show you one of the really unique booths. This is Chargebacks911, and they have a replica car from Back to the Future. And we're really thrilled to be here and get to be able to see everything that they've been able to do and put together here. Oh, Monica!
Blast from the past.
I haven't seen you in so many years.
That's what Money 2020 is for.
Monica, let's do that interview we talked about.
Great idea.
Welcome, Chris Principe from Financial IT here at Money 2020, and I have the great pleasure to be here with Monica Eaton of Chargeback911. Hi Monica, how are you today?
Hi, great to be here, likewise.
Yeah, it's been so long, and we're finally really going to get to do a great interview. So why don't you tell us a little bit about what you guys are doing at Chargeback911?
Oh my gosh, this is my favorite topic because this conference is all about payments in the future and what is needed for tomorrow. So we have launched our universal unified dispute management system. So UDMS is a platform that brings together everything that we've learned in the merchant space, as well as the financial technology space and financial institutions, to create one unified platform so that we can offer disputes as a service. In a nutshell, here's what we do. We provide enterprise-grade solutions to any type of financial institution, merchant, or fintech at a fraction of the cost.
You know, and I mean, disputes is something I think we all go through at one point or another, and it sounds so complicated. How do you make this simple for people?
So you're very right on it being complicated. Actually, there were like 2,000 rule changes that every one of our clients have had to maintain separately. So what we do, because we actually operate in the financial world as well as the merchant space, then we actually have to maintain all of those rule updates. So we do this automatically, whether it's Visa, MasterCard, alternative payment methods, it doesn't matter. We work across the globe. We take in all of those payment methods, and we also manage all of the rules, and then we provide configurable interfaces with out-of-the-box technology so that regardless of your size, you have an enterprise-grade solution at your fingertips that you can configure, and we normalize everything. So imagine a time when you don't have to learn all the rules, you don't have to worry about, timelines and any type of workflow changes, and you also have the ability to infinitely customize things with just a few clicks.
Well, I had no idea 2,000 rules. You don't even think of that there's any rules for these things, but of course there must be. So you're able to update everything as it's happening so that, say, a typical merchant doesn't have to really think about any of these things.
A merchant or any of our clients. So, I think it's really pivotal, of course. Everybody's talking about AI, agentic AI. I mean, there's so many different things that this has given us. I think the most powerful advantage that AI has given us, though, is the ability to provide truly invisible technology. And it's invisible, just like an iPhone. You look at this sophisticated device, but you don't know what's really behind it because, let's face it, we don't want to know.
We don't want to know. And that's really interesting too, because being able to be here at Money 2020, which is an event that really covers so many areas that all hit finance. So it's a great event for you to be at, and we're happy that you're here. How has this event really worked out for you?
I love Money 2020. I mean, first, we only get to see each other like once a year anyway, so we wouldn't have even had the opportunity if it weren't for Money 2020.
Money 2020, yep.
And then second, every time I come to the show, let's face it, it's one of the most inspiring conferences.
Yes.
Because you get to see so many different ideas, new problems to solve. We live in the most exciting age, and we work in the most exciting industry because there's change constantly. And to be in technology, who could ask for more? So love the networking, love the innovation, love the inspiration, love connecting with people.
So you mentioned before AI, and AI is one of the big buzzwords throughout Money 2020 because Money 2020 is right at the cutting edge. So how does that really play into what you're doing?
So we use AI to create a dynamic data set. And what I mean by that is if we look at one of the challenges in disputes is that you have siloed data that exists in all these fragmented worlds. So you have the merchant, the issuer, some information with CRMs, gateways. There's all sorts of these solutions. And so utilizing AI helps us adapt dynamically to be able to join all of that data together so you have a data-driven decision.
So, as we just spoke about AI, there's probably a lot of interesting things that you guys are looking to do in the future. Can you give us a little peek into the future?
Well, our theme here is charge back to the future.
Which is great.
So, when I think of chargebacks and disputes, this should be something that is just as frictionless as checking out from Amazon, as contactless, as Apple Pay, right? It should be that just with the click of a button, you can file a dispute. Now, a dispute doesn't mean that you've done something wrong or the merchant has done something wrong. A dispute just means I have a question on this transaction. And then with that technology, we can provide an exchange of data to help consumers have that frictionless experience where really our goal is we're advocates of disputes. Let's just create a much more efficient way of doing so that is cost effective, that is frictionless for the consumer, that helps improve compliance and is fair. That's our goal.
No, and I like that. I think at the end of the day, whether it's the credit card companies or your clients or the customers, we want fairness.
We want fairness, and we also want to reduce the costs. We want to take the humans out of the equation and create something that has the same consistent expectation across the industry. It really is about customer choice. And it's not just customer choice for the consumer, it's also customer choice for merchants. You should have dispute protection, purchase protection on every type of payment.
So as we're here at Money 2020 and all the innovation that we hear and see going on here, this event really must be one of the highlights of the year for you.
This event, I think it's the highlight. Let's face it, I think this is the highlight of the year. I mean, where else do you get to come? I got to sit inside a DeLorean. Right. If I'm lucky, I'll get to drive one. No, just kidding. They probably won't. That probably will cost a little too much. But you know what? This is the time when you can announce to the world what you're doing. You have a platform to exchange great ideas with brilliant minds. There's no better place.
Well, I have to tell you that you always come up with the most interesting booths, and this year you really outdone yourself. And it's not just the DeLorean. That's the Back to the Future DeLorean, right? Chargebacks to the future. Okay. Monica, really appreciate you spending time with us at Financial IT. So interesting as always. We're really happy to get to see you again. And what's next?
You know what? Great question.
Monica, you have to come back with me.
For what?
I have to show you the future of chargeback management.
I'm going right now.
Let's go.
Okay, Doc. Bye, Monica.